So we're going to do one last photo. What we're going to try to do now is recreate a hotel room situation. So we're going to close all of the shades in here, make it very similar to what we often experience on a wedding day when we arrive in a room and everything is dark. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to leave this open just a little bit. Yeah. All right, so this probably looks, quite familiar to most people. Just, a lot of darkness in the room, and just these shades that we can control on one window, something that we experience in a lot of hotel rooms. So the way that we like to use this sort of situation is by creating a very slim, narrow kind of light and really create a little bit more of a dramatic situation. So you guys come over here. Good. I'll actually start just with Katie, so Mark, come out. Sorry, no offense. Yeah. And come maybe right over here. And turn towards the light. Look outside. Good, beautiful. So to the naked eye, and probably on your screens at home, you can see the highlights and you can see the shadows, and you can really see everything in between. When we shoot, we're really going to try to expose for the really bright highlights, all in the front of her, and as much as possible, let the background fall into darkness. Whatever doesn't go completely dark and completely shadowy, well, we're going to bring it all the way in post-production afterwards. Okay, good. Maybe just cross your hands at the ankles again. Beautiful. So you're going to look outside. All right, so frame number 1. So we can see how, we have good light, we have a good dark background. I'm not too concerned about that bit of light on the shade in the back. I know that in post-production, I can make it go as dark as I need it to go. What's important here is that we eliminate the brick wall on the left side. Again, just getting rid of any literal elements in the frame. So I'm going to adjust my framing. The reason why my instinct tells me to go down is just to get rid of that that bright highlight right around where her hands are. That's going to be a lot more difficult to remove in post-production. So I want to try to correct that in frame. So we're going to shoot from a little bit lower, going a little bit tighter on her. Smile a little bit. Good. Chin down a little bit more. Turn your head to your left. Sorry, to your right. My bad. Good. So now we're isolating and really trying to get a really clean frame. Now let's add Mark to it. So come on over. You're going to come right behind her over here. You guys are going to together take just a tiny step forward. Good. Bring your hands around one another again. Actually, yeah, you can be facing each other a little bit more here. What matters is that you try not to block the light on her. As you can see, that it's really coming together here. Yeah, good. Get close together. Good. Mark, what you can do is maybe bring your hand just up here on the back of her shoulder. Yeah, good. And you can pass your elbow under. So, yeah, just like that. Good. You can actually keep your hand down. Beautiful. I'm actually going to have you guys drop your hands down and just hold them right there in front. Yeah, there you go. Good. Look out over his shoulder, Katie. Yeah, good. And Mark, turn your head out towards the light as well. Yeah. All right, so here the pose isn't, quite working with the light that we have in place. The reason why I don't like it is because it's really highlighting Mark's back of the head and ear, and that's not, necessarily a good angle. It's okay that he's a little bit in the shade, like we do want to prioritize the bride, but we don't necessarily want to be, featuring the back of his head and his ear. So let's adjust the pose. Katie, you're going to turn towards me a little bit, so more in front of him. Sorry, turn around completely so your back is against him. There you go, good. And together you're going to rotate towards the window. Good, there you go. So now we have everybody in much better light. You guys are looking wonderful. Katie, I'm just going to have you kind of pop your hip a little bit to your left. There you go, good. Yeah, the other way. There you go, good. The reason why I did that, and you guys will see in a second. So on this photo that's on the screen right now, like her body is very straight, like it's one straight line. But as soon as she popped that hip and give me a little bit of a curve, then it creates a more interesting S-line just by the way that the light is following her body. So keep popping that hip, stay that way, good. Mark, you're gonna go in a little bit closer. Good, beautiful. Okay, well, I have you guys here. Mark, you're gonna bring your hand up to her face. Yeah, on the other side. Yeah, there you go, just like that. Okay, good. And try to just like caress the back of her neck or her face. Yeah, whatever feels natural, yeah. Good, there you go, good. Wonderful, good. Okay, chin down a little bit. Good. Give her a kiss, just where you are, good. Kitty, you can bring your hand up to his arm. Yeah, good, there you go. Bring her in really close. Good. That looks great, you guys. Just hold it, just a few more. That's great, wonderful. Stay right there, stay. Give her a kiss again. Give her a tight squeeze. Good. There you go. This. One more. Beautiful, good. So again, I didn't necessarily visualize this final photo, but it started with, good, interesting light. Start with her, add the groom, perfect the pose, go in close, add a reflections. Really, one step at a time to eventually lead us to the best version possible.
Daniel,
questions?
should we
Yes.
open some light? And let's
Yes.
give a round of applause for Katie and Mark.
Thank you guys so much.